like to waste anything, so I shred all of our paper. And then I water it all down real good, and I will sit here and it'll get full of water. And then I let the paper soak. And then once it's good and soaked so it doesn't blow off or anything, we'll show you that later. I'll plant it all around here. I'll lay it all on top as mulch. It will help trap some of the water in it so they don't dry out so fast. And it will also compost back into the ground as well.
Whenever it dries out, like just once you put it on there and then it just dries out, does it blow around?
No, if you get it good and soaked and let it get really good and soaking wet before you put it on there, it almost like paper maches itself.
Oh.
And it sticks together, so it does dry out, but it's all stuck together. And it also keeps the weeds down, so you don't have to weed eat as much. And as you can tell, it's getting there. This thing was very full. But I like to let it soak in water, and it's taken a lot of water. So I get mail, and as long as it doesn't have plastic on it, or it's not that colored slick paper, now just regular newspaper type stuff is okay. I use that, but I don't use the slicky paper. I just use regular paper. Bills or whatever that's been paid and I don't have to keep, receipts, and it helps out. Plus, if you get bugs, you can see them too a lot quicker. So I'll let these soak a while and get good and soaked up.
Right.
And I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I just take it while it's still kind of wet, and I just put it down. Move these around a little bit, kind of help protect them. And I'll just keep doing it. And it'll help the ground. And try to lay it on fairly thick. I don't want to, I still have some room here. And it just helps with this barrier. I did this one year. My husband thought I was crazy. And that was the best garden we ever had. We didn't have hardly any weeds. And we didn't have to water near as much. And
I was just going to ask, how often do you think you have to water?
Well, it was a really hot year that year. But we didn't have to water as much as normal. Right now I want to get really around the plants and come back because I don't have tons of paper scraps right now. And then I can always fill in later, but this way I know my plants are good. It helps with the mulch. I don't want big clumps of it because you don't want, be careful, don't take the plants out when you're going. You don't want it so thick it chokes it, just enough to kind of have you some mulch.
Mommy, video my hands.
Yep, even little hands can help.
They're quite little. They're quite loud, but they're little.
You have to have good hands to do it. Don't let babies
Definitely have to have good hands to do it.
You can't let babies do it. Can
Now,
I get me some too?
the last one we did, I had just a regular paper shredder. Plus, it keeps their leaves off the ground. It lays them on there, so you can also help out a little bit with the rot.
Why don't you tell me why you decided to do raised beds and the plastic in them?
Because I'm old, and next year they're gonna go up a little bit higher because I have a bad back. have a disease in my back that causes spinal fractures. So the less bending over, the less picking up, the better I am. But I still love to garden. We put the plastic on it is to protect the wood. Didn't get CCA wood.
What's CCA wood?
It's a treated to keep it from rotting.
Mommy, you do this.
I didn't want it in my food. So we just used plain wood, untreated wood, 2 by, oh no, that's a 1 by 12, I believe. And then we just lined the inside of the wood with plastic, just to help keep the moisture off of the wood as much as possible, and the dirt, because they'll cause it to rot. As you can see, this stuff is soaked.
It's very, very soaked.
It's very, very soaked, which it's watering my plants. Normally, I wouldn't have used the hose. I would have just brought in my rainwater. I have some buckets of catching rainwater, so we can use that, but I didn't have the man around to pack this bucket for me, so I had to use water out of the faucet. It looks like that might be it. So the roughest part is getting it off of. So there's a little left over, so I'm just gonna go ahead and water all the plants with it so I don't lose all of it.
So that full bucket only did that much, which isn't a lot, but I mean, that's better than buying mulch, so you save money there, and you don't have a bunch of trash laying around, so that reduces your waste there.
Hey, I have a lot of chemicals in the mulch. I don't want, I mean, the paper is bad enough with the ink. More chemicals, I feel like, in the mulch that you buy at the stores than there is in the paper. But like I say, you can use newspaper, bills, just, I do a lot of my work, and I get a lot of it I can get from work as well, but as you see, these are chopped up real fine. The ones I get from work are the long stringy ones. They work too, just as well. In fact, they hook together a little better than these little choppy pieces.
Let's see, it's pretty. It's already, yeah, it's kind of pasted in together. Gotta peel it apart.